Yeah, good evening, everyone. Uh, Online students, is my voice is clear? Just respond in chat box. Okay. See, yesterday, three concepts you studied: identifiers, keywords, literals. Three concepts you studied: identifiers, second one, keywords, third one, literals. Okay, three concepts: identifiers, keywords, literals. I'll ask some questions, give me answer, because concept to concept relation will be there. You have seen already in a one line only 6 concepts are there. One line only. Like if you forget the subject, you cannot understand further sessions. That will be happen. So I'll ask some questions, give me answer. Identifiers, keywords, literals. Three concepts you studied. Uh, to declare identifier, how many rules are there? 5 rules are there. Okay. Can I write capital letter? Yes. Can I write small letter? Yes. Can I write digit? Digit also we can write, but first letter we cannot write. So digits you can write. Okay. So capital letters you can write, small letters you can write, digits you can write, two symbols you can write. What are the symbols? Underscore and dollar. So in an identifier, you can write capital letters, small letters, digits, underscore, dollar. These only you can write. Okay. The identifier must begins with alphabet, underscore, or dollar. But you cannot write digit. Digit you cannot write as a first letter. Length of the identifier is there is no limit. N number of letters you can write accepted, accepted, accepted. In other language, limitation is there. But Java, there is no limit. N number of letters you write accepted, accepted, accepted. Okay. There is no limit in the length. How many symbols we can use? Only two. What are those? Underscore, dollar. Can I use space? No. White space characters not allowed. Space bar, tab, enter key. These three not allowed. Okay. That is about identifiers. Keywords. Keywords, writing program purpose, some words are reserved. Those words are called keywords. Whatever you are writing, identifiers. Whatever already developed by developer, that is keywords. Writing program purpose, some words are reserved. Those words are called keywords. Keywords, can I write in capital letters? No. All keywords must be written in small letters only. How many keywords presently not in use? How many keywords presently not in use? Two keywords. What are those? Go to and constant. Constant and go to. Two keywords not in use. If you write, error comes. Okay. Keyword, can I use as an identifier? Keyword, can I use as an identifier? No. We cannot write. Okay. How many categories of literals are there? How many? 6. What are those? Integer literals, floating point literals, character literals, string literals, Boolean literals, object literals. Okay. Integer literals are nothing but positive number, negative number, 0. Those are integer literals. Point something if you add, floating point literal. Character literal must be single quotes. One character only. Two characters you cannot write. One character in single quotes. That is character literal. But digit also you can write, special symbol also you can write, white space character also you can write. String literal must be in double quotes. Double quotes, one letter or many letters possible. Boolean literals are true and false. Object literals, null. True, false, null. Are these keywords? No, these are not keywords. These words can I use as an identifier? No, we cannot use. Okay. These all you have to remember. Don't forget. Okay. Don't forget. You have to remember. Every point you have to remember. Today, next concept, data types. Next heading, data types. Data types. Note down. A data type that determines what value variable can hold and what are the operations can be performed on variable. A data type that determines what value variable can hold and what are the operations can be performed on variable. A data type that determines what value variable can hold and what are the operations can be performed on variable. I'll explain. Just write the definition. See, you studied literals. You studied literals. Yesterday, I asked some questions. Employee number, which category of literal required? Some companies will use integer literal. Some companies will use string literal. Alphanumeric also they'll use. Like that, we have to select. After selecting, suppose they selected integer literal. Assume integer literal selected. After selecting, employee number maybe starts with 101 also. Maybe starts with 1001 also. Maybe starts with 10,001 also. Maybe starts with 678, 8 numbers also. Based on that number, data type we have to select. That memory purpose. So if 3 digits number is there, one type. 2 digit number is there, one type. Like that, we have to select the data type. To save the data in a memory, the type required. That is data type. A data type that determines what value variable can hold and what are the operations can be performed on variable. See, for example, employee number. Employee number is a one data. Employee number is a variable which is going to be, which contains employee number 101 like this. But storing 101 number, some memory we have to allocate. That is data type. So what we'll do, if you write here integer employee number, if you write, now this employee number variable contains integer literal. If the employee number here, if you write some variable, you'll write integer x, you'll write x is a variable which contains integer literal. On this x, all operations possible. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo division, less than, greater than, these all possible. That is who will decide. Data type decides. So if you write integer x, then integer data type. X is a variable. This variable contains integer type literal. If you write float y, this y variable contains floating point literal. Character z. This z is a variable which contains character literal. So, a data type decides what X should contain. Data type decides what Y should contain. Data type decides what Z should contain. So that is data type. Suppose if you write only X, one variable, it is meaningless. What X should contain, you are not specifying. It is meaningless. But whenever you write the type here, then meaning comes. Int X should contain integer type literal only. If you write float here, X should contain floating point literal only. If you write char here, X should contain character literal only. So data type decides what value variable should contain. So a data type that determines what value variable can hold. Data type only decides what X variable should contain, what Y variable should contain. So who is deciding? Data type deciding. On that, even on that operation possible or not possible, who will decide? Data type only decides. Addition possible or not, who will decide? Data type. Subtraction possible or not, who will decide? Data type. That is data type. If integer literal is there, addition, subtraction, multiplication, every operation possible. 40 plus operators are there. All you can apply. Suppose two strings are there. Two strings. Suppose two strings are there. Welcome is a one string. Hello is a one string. Like this, we have two strings. Can you multiply? No. So here we cannot perform multiplication operation in between. So that data type decides multiplication possible or not, addition possible or not. That is data type. So if strings are there, only few operations, very few operations possible. Integer is there, all operations possible. Floating point number is there, some operations not possible. But string is there, very few possible. That is decided by data type. That is data type. So first you need to select literal based on your data. Suppose you want to develop one employees information system application. Then employees data required. Employees data, employee number, employee name, employee salary, employee address, employee mobile number, employee mail ID. Like that, some data you will select. That data, based on that data, which category of literal required, you are going to select. Integer, float, character, like that. You are going to integer literal, floating point literal, character literal, string literal. You studied yesterday. You will select. After selection, type you have to select based on range. Then data type picture comes into a picture. Okay. Here, note in Java, data types are divided into two categories. In Java, data types are divided into two categories. First one, primitive data types. Second one, reference data types. In Java, data types are divided into two categories. First one, primitive data types. Second one, reference data types. So this is terminology. In different programming language, different terminology is there. C language, we are calling predefined data types, user-defined data types, or primary data types, secondary data types, or basic data types, derived data types. But Java people, they given their own terminology. Primitive data types, reference data type. they given their own words. Okay. Here, primitive reference. Today, first category we'll learn. Nodal. Primitive data types. All primitive data types are predefined data types. All primitive data types are predefined data types, and those are named by keywords. All primitive data types are predefined data types, and those are named by keywords. All primitive data types are predefined data types, and those are named by keywords. So all primitive data types comes under predefined. These are keywords also. So in the keywords list also, these data types are there. That's what named by keywords. Next nodal. There are 8 primitive data types. There are 8 primitive data types. There are 8 primitive data types. And those are divided into the following subcategories. See, in a total full stack Java, core Java, most important for your career. In entire full stack Java course, this core Java only most important for your career. Every point important only, every class important only. Okay, that's what you have to listen with more concentration. You have to put efforts, you have to work hard. First I'll teach, later I'll ask questions, you have to respond, then only you'll get a subject. And also already told you, weekly one assignment will be there, weekly one test will be there. That is also. Okay. Only this week will not be there because you should get a subject first. So next week onwards, every week one test, every week one assignment will be there, compulsory. Then only you'll get a subject. But only coming and watching, it is not enough. Okay. You have to listen with more concentration. Every day I'll interact with you and I'll give assignments. You have to practice. You have to do it. And I'll conduct exams also. You must solve that problems. Then only you'll get a subject. Okay. That is already told you in a second class only how to learn Java explained. Second class only. Okay. That is you follow. Okay. There are 8 primitive data types, and those are divided into the following subcategories. Okay. Subcategories. First one, integers. Second one, floating point numbers. Third one, characters. Fourth one, Boolean. Online students also already explained. I'll explain once again. First listen the class, write the notes. Online students also, they can do assignment. Online students also can write exam. I'll show you. Listen the class, write the notes. Now, there are 8 primitive data types, and those are divided into the following subcategories. See, these 3 concepts yesterday you studied. Okay. Today you are learning data types. After selection of literal, which data type required, we have to select. These data types only 2 categories, primitive and reference. Primitive and reference. First category you are learning, primitive data types. These are nothing but predefined. These all keywords also. You already studied. Keyword can be written in capital letter? No. These are keywords also. That's what small letters only you write. And these data types, 8 data types are there. These 8 data types only divided into 4 subcategories. Integers, floating point numbers, characters, boolean. 4 subcategories of data types. Each category, how many data types are there? I'll teach. Total how many? 8. Here 4 data types are there. Here 2 data types are there. Here 1 data type is there. Here 1 data type is there. Like that, total 8. Now, first category. Note integers. First category, integers. Integers. Here, data type, memory size, 3 columns you have to write, range. Data type, memory size, range. 3 columns. Here, byte, short, int, long. 4 data types. First category, integers. First category, integers. In integers, 4 data types are there. Byte, short, int, long. Now, already given all primitive data types are keywords. That's what compulsory small letters. You studied yesterday. All keywords must be written in lowercase letters only. That point you studied, no? That's what, write small letters only. Write clearly here, Java programming, there is a little bit confusion for new people. Those who are learning very first time Java, for them confusion will be there. Capital letters, small letters, many people they are doing mistakes. I'll give a clarity. When we have to write capital, when we have to write small, there are some rules are there. The rules, if you follow, you can write. Okay. But those who are learning very first time Java, for them little confusion will be there. I'll give a clarity with the Java notations. Just 3 notations are there. The 3 notations, if you remember, you can write any program without single mistake. Notations. Okay. But if you don't follow that one, confusion comes. Where capital, where small. A few people in advanced Java class also, they are doing mistakes. Advanced Java class also, capital place small, small place capital. Again, they are bringing laptop. Same program, not working, not working. This is happening. Just 3 notations are there. If you remember, you can write capital place capital, small place small. Properly you can write. Rules are there, you have to remember. That's it. See, for example, yesterday, identifier rules are given. 5 rules are given. Now, if I give 1000 identifiers also, can you give answer or not? Possible? No? That's it. Like that only, notations also rules are there. Like that, logics, if you improve your skills, later any Java program you can write. Not only my program, new program also you can write. But up to that, you should have a patience. You should work hard. Then only possible. Okay. In a starting, first class, second class, or 4 classes, 5 classes, it is not possible to write program. You have to wait. You should have a patience. Okay. First, you have to learn logics. After learning logics, you can write programs. Okay. Programming part later. First, logics. But most of the students, first they are learning theory. Immediately they are trying to write program. Not possible. That is, no one can write. That's the reason what students are doing, first line to last line, they are by hearting programs. Program you should not by heart. That is wrong. By heart the concept. write the program. But program, they are by hearting. They are doing reverse. Program you should not by heart. By heart the concept, write the program, any program. That style you have to learn. That is the reason second class only how to learn Java I explained. Okay. That is you follow every day. Now you already studied yesterday. All keywords must be written in lowercase letters only. So these are keywords. Just now you studied one point. All primitive data types are named by keywords. That's what small letters. Don't write capital. But suppose byte, B-Y-T-E, small letters are written. B capital if you write. That is also works. But that is one more concept is there. Not data type. That is one class. Object-oriented programming. Then people what they'll think, byte B small letter working, B capital letter working, they'll ask. That is one more concept. That is further comes. Present, you write byte like this only. Capital B later we'll see. That is also I'll teach. That is one more concept. That is meaning with total meaning is changed. If you write B capital letter. B capital letter also works, but don't write now. Later I'll explain. Okay. Here capital only, small only. Small place capital place small if you write. Some application working, some application not working. Some application error coming, some application working. Reason that concept is different. That one, this one, what's the difference also I'll teach. Meaning is changed if you write capital. Okay. Now, 4 data types. Byte, short, int, long. Memory size, here. Memory size, 8 bits. That is 1 byte. Here 16 bits, 2 bytes. Here 32 bits, 4 bytes. 64 bits, 8 bytes. Byte, short, int, long. Byte will occupy 8 bits. Short will occupy 16 bits. Int will occupy 32 bits. Long will occupy 64 bits. 1 byte equivalent to 8 bits. 2 bytes 16. 4 bytes 32. 8 bytes 64. 1 byte equivalent to 8 bits. See, in a computer, 2 memories will be there. Primary, secondary. Primary memory nothing but RAM. Secondary memory nothing but ROM. That is nothing but hard disk. Now, first data temporarily stored in the RAM. Later, permanently, if you want to store in a database, you have to write some code. Then it is going to be saved. Okay. But in a RAM also, in a hard disk also, bytes, bits like this only will be there. Memory. Say 1 terabyte hard disk you're calling. 2 gigabytes, gigabytes, megabytes like that you're calling, no? That is. So 1 byte, first bits will be there. 1024 bits equivalent to 1 byte. 1024 bytes equivalent to 1 megabyte. 1024 megabytes equivalent to 1 gigabytes GB. 1024 gigabytes equivalent to 1 terabyte. Like that, petabytes, zettabytes, many are there. But maximum hard disk available terabytes only. But zettabytes, petabytes also are there. Okay, more than terabytes. Because Facebook server, how much data is there? This terabyte data, is it terabyte hard disk is sufficient? Our institute students also not enough terabyte. Because Facebook, how much data is there? Gmail, how much data is there? That hard disk 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 10 terabyte also not possible. Petabytes, zettabyte data required, hard disk required. Okay. Say, in a huge amount of data will be stored in server databases. See, one person, 1 GB also they're uploading in Facebook server. Like that, how many people are using Facebook? 200 plus crores of people using Facebook worldwide. 200 plus crores. Then how much hard disk required? You observe that type of hard disk not available in a outside. That is, you have to give a order to manufacture company. Then only they'll manufacture that type of hard disk required. Okay. Now that to Java made for internet. That type of applications only you are going to see. Here 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits, 14 bits, 64 bits. Here range minus 2 to the power of 7. Minus 2 to the power of 7 to 2 to the power of 7 minus 1. Here 2 to the power of 7. Minus 2 to the power of 7 to 2 to the power of 7 minus 1. This range. This range minus 2 to the power of 15 to 2 to the power of 15 minus 1. Here 2 to the power of 15. Minus 2 to the power of 15 to 2 to the power of 15 minus 1. See, it is first one byte minus 2 to the power of 7 to 2 to the power of 7 minus 1. Short minus 2 to the power of 15 to 2 to the power of 15 minus 1. Next int minus 2 to the power of 31 to 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. Here minus 2 to the power of 63 to 2 to the power of 63 minus 1. You observe, it is very simple. Here 8 is there, no? Here 7 is there. Here 16 is there, no? Here 15 is there. 32, 31, 64, 63. One less. Okay. Here byte range is this one. Within this range value is there. Use byte data type. Out of this range is there. Use short. Out of this range is there. Use int. Out of this range is there. Use long. Out of long range, it is not required. Okay. If it is required, they'll create one more data type. Mobile number only within integer range you can store. 10-digit number also. Long 64 bits it will occupy. It is in a crores also you can store. Millions of crore number also we can store. So that is more than enough long. Okay. Now this is range. Now if you want to, you studied yesterday literals. How many categories of literals? 6 categories of literals. What are those? Integer literals, floating point literals, character literals, string literals, Boolean literals, object literals. First category of literal, integers. Integer literal. That purpose these 4. Suppose employee number 101. Employee number 101. Then use byte. Because minus 2 to the power of 7 to 2 to the power of 7 minus 1 nothing but minus 128 to plus 127. So if your number is within this range, use byte. Out of this range, use short. Out of this range, use int. Out of this range, use long. Like that, you have to select. Okay. Like that, you have to select. So if the number is minus 128 to plus 127, use byte. Because why that range is fixed? Suppose one number is plus 128. Now, is it within a byte range or out of byte range? Out of byte range. Suppose one number 65. It is within byte range. Data converted into binary format. Your data. So binary format, how will convert? 2. 2 into, suppose, a small number I'll take, otherwise time wasted. See, one number, suppose 30. Now, 2 into 15, 30. Remainder, 0. 2 into 7, 14. Remainder, 1. 2 into 3, 6. Remainder, 1. 2 into 1, remainder, 1. So, like this, bits it will take. So, what will happen? 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is binary. This is base is 2. Binary. You are writing in a program 30. You are writing in a program 30. That 30 converted to ones and zeros. Like this. Then how many bits required? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that size. Plus 128. Convert into binary. 8 bits required. 9 bits required. That is the reason. Next data type. Minus 128 to plus 127 convert. 8 bits only required. Maximum 8. Out of that range, use next one more byte required extra. That's what? That range. Based on that number, which data type required, we have to select. Okay. That is first category, integers. I'll explain. Not completed. Okay. Next, I'll give a list first of all. Floating point numbers. Next one, floating point numbers. Second category, floating point numbers. Here, data type, memory size, range. Data type, memory size, range. Here, float. 32 bits. 4 bytes. Double. 64 bits. 8 bytes. Here, minus 3.4 into 10 to the power of minus 38. To 3.4 into 10 to the power of plus 38. Here, minus 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 308. To 1.7 into 10 to the power of plus 308. Minus 3.4 into 10 to the power of minus 382 plus 3.4 into 10 to the power of plus 38. Minus 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 3082 plus 1.7 into 10 to the power of plus 308. See, 10 power 308. That many zeros possible. Okay, like that, decimal points. float, double. These two data types. Decimal points are there, floating point numbers. At that time, if the number is within this range, use this float. Out of that range, use double. Double more than enough. The maximum cases we use float only. In that also maximum cases we use int only. Long, very rare. Double, very rare situation. Int float only many times we'll use in real time. Okay. Now, if the number is floating point number like this, float double data types you have to select. Okay. Two data types, float and double. Float size, double size, float range. Okay. Is it over? Next one. Third category, characters. Third category, characters. On data type, memory size, range. Here, just one data type, char. It will occupy 16 bits, 2 bytes. Range 0 to 65,535. Character 16 bits, 2 bytes, 0 to 65,535. See, third category, char. 16 bits it will occupy, nothing but 2 bytes. Range is 0 to 65,535. But your doubt is, char means character literal. Okay. But I am giving number. Here, you write any language character you write. For that character, one number will be there. That is ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. That is converted first. That number converted to binary, then stored. If you write, suppose, if you write one character, capital A ASCII code is 65. 65 binary format, ones and zeros comes, no? That is going to be stored. So, you are writing capital A, but capital A nothing but 65. 65 again binary format stored. That type stored in the memory. Character literals also binary format only stored. So actually, in internet, what is happening, you observe, you'll open Gmail, you'll type mail ID, your friend mail ID, you'll type one message, you'll click send button. But actually, which language you are writing mail? English. But English language, will it operating system understands? No. First, your English converted into ASCII like this. Capital A like a 65, small a like a 97, numbers are there. That is converted. That is converted to binary. So English language converted to ASCII, ASCII converted to binary. That is stored. That is through system. Operating system can understand ones and zeros. But cable will understand ones and zeros? No. Signal only it can understand. 1 means on, 0 means off. That is converted to digital signal. That is converted to digital signal. So you are typing English. Your English converted to ASCII. ASCII converted to binary. Binary converted to digital signal. Through cable transferred. Later, again, total worldwide digital network is not there. Telenetwork. Because first telephone network came. Later digital came. So your digital signal converted to analog signal. Another signal. That is analog signal. Again, later what will happen after receiving? Analog converted to digital. Digital converted to binary. Binary converted to ASCII. ASCII converted to English. Then your friend will receive. But these all will be done in a fraction of seconds. When you click send button, your friend maybe in US also will receive. But internally, what is happening? You observe. English converted to ASCII, ASCII converted to binary, binary converted to digital signal converted to analog signal again reverse converted to digital, digital again reverse converted to binary, binary to ASCII, ASCII to English. This much process going on in a fraction of seconds. That much speed is there now. You observe. Fraction of second, this will be completed. Like this, internally, memory also like this only. Here, online students listen the class, end of the session and clarify your doubt. Every day I'm giving time now. Up to 9:30 also, 9:40 also explain doubts. Yesterday, day before yesterday. Okay. Now also, every day I'll give a time. First listen the class, write the notes. Here, like this, integers, floating point numbers we are using. Characters, if you want to use Telugu character also, some numbers will be there. That is also, first you should know ASCII code. Like ASCII numbers, note on American Standard Code for information interchange. American Standard Code for information interchange, ASCII code. Here, capital A, 65. Capital B, 66. Like that, Z, capital Z, 90. Small a, 97. Small b, 98. Small z, 122. Even digits also, ASCII is there. 0, nothing but 48. 1, nothing but 49. 9, nothing but 57. But 0 to 47 gap is there. 58 to 64 gap is there. 91 to 96 gap is there. 123 to 255 gap is there. These are special symbols. This is no one will ask, but capital A, small a digits you have to remember. Special symbols. Capital letters also, small letters also, digits also. These three you have to remember, but special symbols no need to remember. It is no one will ask. But about capital letter, small letter, digits compulsory you have to remember. ASCII code, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So capital letters 65 to 90. Small letters 97 to 122. Digits 48 to 57. But 0 to 47 special symbols. After that 48. Now 48 started here up to 57 digits. Again 58 to 64 here. Special symbols. 65 started here. 90 up to here 90. Capital letters. 91 to 96 special symbols. 97 started here up to 122 small letters. Next 123 here special symbols. These all no one will ask, no need to worry because no one can remember. Now But these three remember enough. Remaining you can give answers. Capital A number, small a number, digit number. Remember 65, 97, 48. These three, if you remember, enough. Okay. This is also they'll ask in a written test in a software company. Whatever required to get a job in MNC, that is I'll teach. But you should have a patience to learn subject. Okay. Immediately program not possible. You should have a patience. Everything I'll cover. Okay. Like this ASCII. But here you observe, if you want to display Telugu characters, for that one also is there. See, in a Google, Telugu Unicode chart, if you type, you'll get one chart. You observe here, Telugu character set, it will come. See, this is a number for Telugu first character. This is a number for Telugu second character. So like this, we have here, they're given 0C05. If you write output Telugu, first letter comes. But C, alphanumeric mixed. But number formats are there. Decimal, octal, hexadecimal, binary. It is hexadecimal number. 0C05. In hexadecimal, letters are alphabets also comes, no? A to F. That is. So your first letter, second letter code, third letter code, fourth letter code, like this. If you want to display your name in Telugu through Java program, but first you have to check the numbers. Otherwise, not possible. Okay. For your name, which letter will match that code? You have to search, you have to apply. Who will remember those all? No one can remember. So you have to open this sheet, you have to search, you have to apply. Then you write program with these numbers. Then output Telugu comes. That is the reason here the range is 0 to 65,535. But actually C language 0 to 255 only. But in C language, Telugu not possible. Java, every language possible. World, all language output possible. Telugu also, Hindi also, Chinese also, Tamil also, French also, Japanese, everything possible. World, all language output we can bring through Java. But writing program in Telugu, Hindi not possible. Writing program in English only. Output Telugu, output Hindi. See, in ATM center, English, Hindi, Telugu, 3 appears, no? That is output. But the program written in English only. In future also, Telugu may or may not possible. We have to wait and see what will happen. But writing program is English only. Output you can bring in Telugu. Okay. If you want any other language character set, for that charts will be there in internet. We have to download, we have to see, we have to write. Okay. Now that is character set, characters. Next one, Boolean. Fourth category, Boolean. Category name, Boolean. Data type also Boolean. Here, data type name also Boolean. Memory size, just 1 bit it will occupy. Here, true or false. True means 1 will be stored. True means 1 will be stored. Okay, that is a remote. Boolean, 1 bit it will occupy. Range is true or false. True, what will happen? 1 will be stored. False, what will happen? 0 will be stored. But In output, ones and zeros will not come. True and false words only comes. But in a memory, one bit occupies. This one is going to be stored. This zero is going to be stored. But while printing, one and zero will not come. True and false only comes. That's what right range, true or false. Okay. This is Boolean data type. Now, these are data types. But 6 categories of literals. Integer literals, 4 data types. Byte, short, int, long. Floating point literals, 2 data types. Float, double. Character literals, 1 data type. Char. Boolean literals, 1 data type. Boolean. But 2 more literals are there. String literals, object literals. That is reference data types. For strings and objects, 1 more category of data type is there. That is. Now, here already given 2 categories of data types. First category completed. Second category. Note reference data types. Second category, reference data types. This is today not possible. I'll give the list only. Later I'll cover. Arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, dash dash, etc. These all comes under reference data types. These all comes under reference data types. Arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, dash dash, etc. These all dash dash, etc. We can create so many things. That's what there is no limit. They are adding new features also in a reference every day. Enumerations possible, records possible, new features added. Everything I'll cover. These all separate topics are there. Arrays, 2-3 days minimum you'll learn. Strings, 2-3 days minimum you'll learn. Classes, 1 week also you'll learn. Interfaces, 3-4 days you'll learn. That is separate topics are there. At the time you'll learn. Present only I given list. Okay. Now, data types, how many categories divided? 2 categories. What are those? Primitive data types, reference data types. Primitive data types, how many are there? 8. How many subcategories divided? 4. What are those? Integers, floating point numbers, characters, Boolean. In integers category, how many data types are there? 4. What are those? Byte, short, int, long. Floating point numbers, how many? 2. What are those? Float, double. Characters category, how many? 1. What is it? Char. Boolean category, how many? 1. That is Boolean. Reference data types are arrays, strings, classes, interfaces, dash dash, etc. Many. Now, here, after selecting data types, next variables required. Next heading, variables. Note on. A variable is a container that contains data. A variable is a container that contains data. A variable is a container that contains data. Declaration. I'll explain, just write it. Syntax. Data type, variable, semicolon. A variable is a container that contains data. A variable is a container that contains data. Now, declaration syntax. Here, example. Here, just now you studied data types. Any one data type. Variable nothing but identifier. Variable name is called identifier. Already you studied. Identifier is a word and it is used to identify variable, method, class like that. It can be variable name, method name like that you studied, no? So variable name, nothing but identifier. For writing that variable, you need to follow identifier rules. Okay. Here, support data type is int. Variable name X, semicolon. It is a data type. It's a variable. It is syntax, semicolon. If you write like this, int will occupy 4 bytes. 4 bytes memory allocated. For X, 4 bytes memory allocated. By default, 0 will be stored. This 0 called as default value. If you don't write any number in Java, 0 will be stored. That is called default value. So if you write int X, for integer 4 bytes memory allocated, that memory name X, that is variable, which contains data. X is a variable which contains 0. If you don't write any number, by default 0 will be stored. The 0 called default value. Okay. For every data type, one default value is there. That is also I'll explain. Try this one. Example diagram note down. In other language, one value stored, that value we cannot predict. That is called garbage value. But in Java, garbage cleaned. Garbage will not be there. That is garbage collector one concept is there. Further we'll see. Data type variable semicolon. Int X semicolon. Now, next assignment. Syntax. Variable equal to literal. Assignment syntax. Variable equal to literal. Example. X equal to 10. Now, if you write like this, X already 4 bytes memory allocated. Already 0 stored. That is we called as default value. X equal to 10 nothing but the 0 modified as 10. Like this. So declaration time memory allocated 0 stored default value. Assignment time your value stored. So the 0 modified as 10. But these two lines at a time also we can write. That is called initialization. Sometimes declaration assignment required in a program. Sometimes at a time we have to initialize. Depends. That is in further sessions you will get more clarity. If you write like this, memory allocated, 0 stored. If you write like this, 0 modified as 10. That is called assignment. That is called declaration. Now, instead of like this, you can write initialization. variable, literal. Example, integer a equal to 10. Now, integer x equal to 10. You can write. Then memory allocated 10 will be stored. Now, in this case, no 0, directly 10. Now, 0 will not be there, directly 10. Data type, variable equal to literal semicolon. Int x equal to 10 semicolon. If you write 4 bytes memory allocated, 10 will be stored. Now 0 will not be there, directly your value. Sometimes declaration first, later assignment. Sometimes initialization. Depends upon situation, we have to select. Sometimes declaration assignment required, sometimes initialization required. Based on our requirement, we have to choose. That is how to select. Further session you'll understand. Now, you observe this last line. Last line, if you observe, integer x equal to 10. In this line, which is variable? X is a variable. Variable is a container which contains data. So, x is a variable. It is a variable. Before variables, you studied data types. Which is data type? Int is a data type. So, it is data type. Before data types, yesterday, you studied literals. Which is literal? 10 is a literal. It is literal. Okay. Before literals, you studied keywords. In this line, any keyword is there? Yes. Int is a keyword also. Int is a keyword also. Int is a keyword also. Okay. Before keywords, you studied identifiers. Any identifier is there? Yes. Which is identifier? X is a identifier. Okay, it is identifier. See, whatever you studied, 5 concepts are there no in a one line. First, you studied identifier. Next, you studied keyword. Next, you studied literal. Next, you studied data type. Next, you studied variable. In a one line only, the 5 concepts are present. But still, you didn't study this symbol. What is this symbol? Operator. This is not completed. Okay. And semicolon is syntax. Every statement must be terminated with semicolon in Java. That is syntax. See, in a one line only, 6 concepts are there, but 5 concepts you studied. Okay. Now, writing one line, you got it almost. Now, logic's possible. Tomorrow onwards, more interaction will be there. More logics. I'll cover. Okay. See, up to today class, it is nothing. Very simple. If you see the notes also, you may understand. But tomorrow onwards, logical part, I'll start. Program later. Everything I'll take care. Learning style already explained, you follow. Till welcome program also I didn't explain. But I'm going to start logic. It is possible. The way of learning most important. Okay. I'll teach. Welcome program, how to download, how to install, how to set the path, everything I'll cover. But first you have to learn logics. Okay. That is, I'll start tomorrow. Be regular. Every class is important. Every class is important. Okay. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Online student, just wait 2 minutes. I'll clarify your doubts. Online students, 1 minute, one by one, I'll clarify your doubts. Noor, yeah, recorded videos already is there in the chat box. You can see previous classes you can attend, you can watch videos, you can understand. Kumar, already previous recorded videos are present in the chat box. Okay. Noor, drive link, you need to wait. 3-4 days you have to wait. Maybe Monday. Google Drive link or Google Classroom link, you'll get it on Monday. Sanjana, online students also they can write exams, they can do assignments. I'll show you. Already I told you like this will be there. 1 minute, I'll show you the exam how to write. I'll show you. Suppose this type will be there. Example, 11 questions are there. 11 minutes time I'll give. Within the 11 minutes, you need to write answers in your notebook only. After 11 minutes, I'll give answers. Then yourself, you have to check it out, how many marks you got it. Like that, you can do. Assignments, you have to do after 1 week. I'll explain. Then you have to check it yourself, how many you did right, how many you did wrong. Okay. Roshan, 8 primitive data type names: byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. That is very slowly explained. Karan, you watch second first video, you will understand what is full stack Java. Varalakshmi, range is not much important because here, if out of range is there, automatically error comes. Dharmendra, meaning of range, starting number, ending number. Mahesh, this is sixth class, 5 days videos links are there in chat box. Sanjana, variable name is called identifier also. Identifier rules you have to follow. Come here. Google Drive link, Google Classroom link, you need to wait up to Monday. Venkata, default value for integer 0, but other characters I'll explain. That is separate topic is there. Hemalata, core Java syllabus also I given in day 3 class. You can check it. Uh, Tanjum Sheikh, oops are most important in Java. Very depth I'll cover. Without oops, there is no Java. Oops are most important. Jesse, yeah, there is tomorrow link same, but they'll change within a 1-2 days. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow they'll change. Hardik, day 5 class. You listen, you'll understand what is literal. Kumar, already they shared Videos, links in a Google Drive, you can check it. In a chat box, you can check it. Sai Kumar, what is your doubt? Srija, primitive data types, nothing but predefined data types. That is with variables I'll cover tomorrow also. Vishal, fee structure, everything I given in day one class. You watch the video. Sri Lakshmi, no need to worry. Tomorrow again I'll explain. Tanjum, oops are most important. Very depth I'll cover. Divya Ranjan, data types also not completed. Tomorrow again I'll cover. Nikita, this is yesterday link, day 5. Mobin, you have to respond in an interview in English only. That's what improve communication skills in English also better. Because Hindi, Telugu, they won't accept better. Learn parallelly. If any doubt is there, you can ask in Hindi. You can ask in Hindi also, not a problem. Hindi, Telugu, whatever you want, you can ask doubts. I'll explain in English. That is better. Sai Kumar. Who are pursuing jobs in 30 days? I didn't get your question. Fast track batches. Fast track batches nowadays we stopped very quickly, not possible to people are not understanding. That's what minimum 2.5, 3 months minimum. Pranavi. Next core Java batch, it takes time. Hemalata. Core Java syllabus I given in day 3 class. You can check it. Day 3 or day 2 or day 3 class. Sharon. Yeah, if you do only x equal to 10 without declaration, error comes. Aniket. When we have to use capital, when we have to use small, after 1, 2 days, you will understand. That is also. Nagesh. Bits nothing but memory. Memory sizes. In a bits, they'll calculate. Sai Krishna. Night after 10, morning 8 to morning 8 to 9, 8 to 10. Present that batch not there. Mobin. Compulsory, you have to learn English, you have to learn communication skills. Compulsory. Here, logical skills, communication skills. Subject can be Java, .NET, Python, whatever it may be. To get a job in MNC, communication skills, logical skills, most important. Pranavi, next to core Java, not yet decided. Tanjum Sheikh, already I given answer. Oops are very depth I'll cover. Without oops, there is no Java. Parameshwar, I'll explain how to write, how to install Java, how to download, up to upload, everything I'll explain. Present, you follow whatever I'm teaching, that is better. Aniket, I'll cover further sessions. Aman, this is only same style online class. Kirti, yeah, ask is important. Vishal, maybe tomorrow. Tejaswini, Object literal comes under object oriented programming. That is later we'll see. Nilesh, Java latest version 21 we are going to use. Sai Krishna, present 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. batch not there. Maybe next week will be there. Next week or 10 days, just you contact admin. Aman, how you are attending this demo class? Like that only can attend online continuation also, regular class also. Charan, depends upon range, will select the data type. Sairam, that is you have to contact admin to switch online to offline, offline to online. Prasad, no complex data type in Java. Aniket, in further session you'll understand. Mobin, contact admin only. Sai Kumar, okay, I'll check it. Nilesh, up to 21, I'm going to cover. No need to worry about subject. Monica, yeah, other batches, HTML batch, 11 o'clock is there. Sorry, 2 o'clock is there. Oracle, 11 o'clock is there. You can join parallelly. Puzzle, I'm going to teach full stack Java, but other faculties batches will be there. Whatever they assign in management, that is I'm going to teach. No need to worry here. In Naresh IT, all are teaching well. All are having very good experience. Mobin, full stack Java developer, other time not yet decided. Vishal, this batch is 7:30 to 9. Other batches morning 6 to night 10 batches are there. Aniket, calculation part you'll understand in further session. Mahesh, live project separate course is there. Puzzle, what you are asking? Delta 3.0, this is Prasad. That is Python language, but not Java. Vivek, 0 to 255, ASCII. Rashika, you can. 2019 pass out also, not a problem. Prachi, this is only regular batch, regular class. Fajal, this is core Java first. Mahesh, already numbers in chat box is there, admin number. Sairam, jobs are there for Java also, .NET also, Python also, full stack web development also. Depends upon your area of interest, you have to select. Nagajyoti, only core Java exam they won't conduct. Any other doubts? Online students? Vishal, this course started 5 days. Day 1, day 2, January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, and before that started. Sai Kumar, okay, I'll check it. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Any other doubts? We'll see continuation tomorrow.